tunes. Like every content creator in the world is now using this song in their videos. And to be honest with you, I am down. There has to be more. But this song is good. Oh. Somebody on the Star Wars team knows how to make good music. Oh, hold on. This is so good. They know how to make these lobbies and bars interesting. Also, the name of it, World's End Tavern. What do you mean by that? World's End Tavern. I love that. Wait a minute. Why? What's the deal with that? I need to figure it out. I don't know. Unfortunately, I think Star Rail is it's drawing me back. I think Amphorius was kind of a piece of shit. Not really. Okay, I don't want to like give it no flowers at all, but I'll give it like a little like I'll give it a dandelion. You know what I mean? I'll give it a dandelion with some things. With some things, but it's kind of pulling me back a little bit with this Ashvale and Evanescence situation, and the music's kind of good. They've released good music for the fights. That SparksyCon music is pretty good. I don't know. Like it's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. I don't know. Maybe it's okay, Ray. That's what I'm saying too. Like, it's so funny. It's like, I'll let it slide. All right, like, but I'm watching for your fucking bullshit. All right, like, I'm fucking. I'll let it slide. It's acceptable, Rail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's acceptable, Rail. Like, you know what I mean? It's like. This Asheville team better be fucking fun. I mean, plus, I was still able to 0-second with my Elation. Sorry, with my Remembrance flagship too, an off element. So I was like, okay, well, you better keep it up. All right, don't piss me off. And that Asheville trailer was pretty good too, and they got Relic rollouts too. So I'm like, God Rail. It's acceptable Rail, I guess. I suppose it's fine. It's fine Rail. Gishin is occasion right now because they're pissing me the fuck off. I need those buffs now. Now, quickly. Oh, you're pissing me off. I need those now. I need it now. Okay, because after this awful Linnea situation, right, we're going to take our pulls. People are going to pull Linnea. All right, get your fucking 40% damage increase for your stupid Geo DPSs. Okay, it's fine. And then let's get the business. Okay, what I'm thinking, my theory is Linnea had absolutely zero changes from her version 1 to her version 5. So maybe they were spending that time working on more witch buffs. So they were just like, just release the bullshit. She's going to be broken anyway. They're like, let it go. Something was a little bit too like stable about her. Rando pink girl. That's amazing and broken. With very flexible weapon choices and artifact sets. With no changes to her whole beta. They didn't even give a fuck. I don't know. Something's suspicious about that. I don't know. I don't know. I demand we move Guardrail to the top of the Hoyo channels for Discord. We're not gonna do that, but we will be skipping. It was indeed a most bizarre incident born of a curious advertisement and a commonplace killing at the edge of town.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside.
She's giving 4-star a lot, don't worry.
I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow.
Wilson.
For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
Is this supposed to be what he sounds like? I know why. I have my own headcanon of what he sounds like. 8 days after that earth-shattering trial and Kazuma regaining his memory, we were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel. November 1st? Okay. So we are in fall now. It's about to get fucking cold, too. Bitch, actually, you know what? That's a good question. Let me look up something real quick. First frost date in Great Britain. The first frost date in Great Britain generally occurs between late October and early December. Okay, about to say, okay, good. Scotland, late October. Northern England and the Midlands, mid-October. Mid-October! Oh my god. What the fuck? Edinburgh, October 21st to October 31st. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's awful. Professor Mikitoba is due to arrive at any moment. Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time. Unfortunately, I have work in the morning, so I have to leave now. So what the fuck? On Saturday? It's the first day of spring. Spring is here! Spring is here! Spring has sprung. Wait, hold on. We made it through winter. Congratulations, everybody. Look at you. Are you ready for an equal amount of daylight and nightlight? Assuming you're not living somewhere at the outskirts of the equator? Oh my god. Congratulations, you made it! Depending on your hemisphere, I guess. I guess for some of you it's fall, but we did it! We will miss you, winter. You know what, honestly, I will too. This winter was great. I graduated. Nothing died, except my plants. Nothing died. All right, I graduated. Okay, I streamed. I relaxed. What else did I do? It was good. Yeah, I got to see some of my family. It wasn't terrible. Yeah. Yeah, it snowed a little bit. It wasn't a little too much. I got some snow pictures too. I always take like a photo or a video of the snow every year for my like snow vibe. So that was nice. Didn't lose any power. You learn to love Overwatch again. It was good. Yeah. I got some things to say about Rivals too, about that session yesterday. That left a not good taste in my mouth. But yeah. Anyway. Spring pollen, yes, that is the thing that we have to deal with. The bugs will be returning. However, I will be saying, I will say, try to not be too mean to bugs, all right? Except mosquitoes. But try not to be too mean to bugs, okay? Their populations are dwindling pretty bad across the board. And I know we hate bugs, right? But they're pretty important, so like try to be a little bit nice. Like try to be a little nice, okay? They're kind of going through it, like on a grand scale. Death and mosquitoes, yes. But just it's interesting to keep in mind that like there's an entire multi-billion dollar industry that's like built upon dwindling the population of insects. Isn't that interesting? I thought about that for a second. I was like, hold on. They're putting a lot of money to killing y'all. Anyway. And I fund it. No! Don't be too mean. You need them. You like bees, right? Yes. Bees can get their body chain. You know, one of my friends and her fiance, they guess what they did? You know how like, you know the Texas girl who like saves the bees? There was like some woman who was like, oh my god, there's like bees on my branch or whatever, it's horrible. And they came over and they rescued a whole hive. And guess what I learned? You could just put hives like next to each other and they don't even fuck with each other. You know what I mean? They're just like, how you doing, ladies? How you doing? Hello. Hello, good to see ya. And so they just took like a whole like swarm of bees. They were like, where's this queen? And the queen was like, hey. And so they took the queen and they like put her inside the new hive. And the bees were like, okay, wait, hold on. It's roomy in here. It's kind of nice. I don't know. Like, I could make some honeycomb here. I don't know. Like, put some brood over here in the corner. And the workers were like, I'm down with this. I like it. And so they took it, then they moved it, and now they've successfully integrated a new hive. So that's cool. They actually did it. It's fairly chill. Maybe it's because it's post-winter or something, but they saved some bees. Isn't that cool? Like, oh my god. Anyway, we should play the game. Okay. Susato-san hasn't been the same ever since what happened. Not that I'm surprised. The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. Do you suppose my father knew that he was actually the mass murderer? The professor, you mean? Of course he knew. I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they? Yes, that's true. Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikitoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well? That's right, but for some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it. That probably means he knows then. About Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia, and he's regained his memory now. Ah, there she is. Who the fuck is... Oh, that's the... What kind of... Like, what are they wearing? Why are they so skinny? What are y'all wearing? Why are y'all so skinny? Hold on. Hello, Susato. How are you? I want them. You know what? Yeah, okay. I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you arrived safe and sound. Hello, Mr. Naruhito. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here. Oh, not at all. It's my pleasure. We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas. It has? I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man? And why do I feel as though I've seen him before? I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me. In that case, how about a little reminder, Shishiro? A firm tap should do it. Yes. A firm tap? What? You better get that ass ready, buddy. Here we go, then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhito, guilty. Oh, you're... The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhito. Your Excellency. Hello, Judge. Ooh, okay. Jigoku. Okay. How are you? It's been a long time. Ha 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 ha. Good. You remember it now. That really did the trick. Guilty. Ha 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 ha. Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at the time. So, then it again, after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I'd never thought I'd be back. Neither did I. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Though, really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Shishiro? What are you talking about, Yujin? Of course, Judge Jigoku. He must complete the set. He's the other man who, 16 years ago, came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikitoba. He's the third visiting scholar. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a long time. A lot of time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you? I knew you were jealous. Although that puts suspicion on him already. 43, and I'm assuming the other one was 43 as well. Sorry? Ministerial status? Yes. Didn't you know? Shishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Oh, shit! Oh, hello, hi! It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on the study tour. Guilty as charged. Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks. Yes, now. Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday. Oh, you did? It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with 8 days ago. About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy. Yes. Could you tell us any more about it? Can I show you something? Look at this! Why do you seem so nervous? Oh, I mean... They don't want to react to it? Okay. Alright, fine. So, how was the trip? Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards. But it wasn't as bad when we first came 16 years ago. No, that's true. Then I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time, we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience. So you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris? We did, yes. Though only for one night. And yesterday evening, we left the port of Dunkirk? For Dover. Just in time for the symposium, in fact. It starts tomorrow. It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. I'm very proud of you, Father. It's all thanks to Shishiro here. 16 years ago, he managed to integrate himself with Britain's Attorney General. I'm sure that's why he was invited. And I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default. Speak for yourself, Yujin. You were close friends with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Yeah, well, I'd rather not dredge all that up, really. No. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since then. But it doesn't bring him back. Kazuma's father, I suppose. Oh, what the fuck, bitch? Fine. How did you butcher that name? I don't... what? Do I look Japanese? I'm about as adjacent to... like... What? Oh, Dunk... Oh, my bad! Oh, my bad, my bad! Oops! My bad. Dunkirk. My bad. I gotta dig deep sometimes. The professor, the killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy. Aristocracy, right? Chrissy or Crassy? It's probably Crassy. Was actually Kazuma's father, wasn't he? That's correct. Genshin Asogi? Genshin. You know, presume, father. I presume, father. Aristocracy. Aristocracy? Aristocracy. No, aristocracy. Aristocracy? Aristocracy. Aristocracy. There you go. My bad. Yeah. Oh god, that's a weird one. Aristocracy. That's a weird one. Okay. Hi, Tuller. Yes, he was a close friend at the time. Aristocracy. Okay. Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard. I've never understood what drove the man to commit such heinous acts. It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth, and he was executed with little ado. I think already, like, it's so basic or whatever, but he escaped, right? And somebody shot him. Who shot him? We don't know that, do we? Dude got out of being executed and hanged, or hung, I guess, and then was in a cemetery, and somebody shot him. Who has a motive to shoot him? I definitely think that one of these two do. I mean, but they never confirmed who did that. That's pretty important, actually. Siege win. That's a good point, actually. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland. But what about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father? No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness. However, I suspect he may have had his doubts. Oh, why? As you know, I tried to guide Kazuma growing up as if he were my own son. Then one day, he came to my office at the university and said, I've decided. I want to travel to Great Britain and study there. Do you think he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death? I don't know. But when I looked into his eyes, I did know that there was no way that I would be able to stop him. No. Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually. Oh, what? Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and being missing for over a year, Kazuma's since turned up here in London, working as an apprentice of Lord Van Zieks. What? What? That's news to us. So, Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. As you know, we both thought Kazuma died on the steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January. But he didn't die. He's alive. As you knew, didn't you, father? In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, but to no avail. But he's still alive, and here in London, you say? I never dared to even dream it. Why on earth did the young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now. Well, it seems that he was suffering from amnesia. What? Amnesia? When we first came across him again here in London, he didn't know who either of us were. I see. He only regained his memory 8 days ago. This is unbelievable. Yes, quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know. I must speak with him urgently. I wonder how Kazuma has been these past few days. Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him? I don't know. Somebody's dying. That began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Yujin here, Genshin Asogi, and myself. We were the original three. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study. Ocean voyagers were not what they are today. Oop. Ocean voyages were not what they are today, I can tell you. 16 years ago, things were rough for their generation. Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at Yume University at the time, you know, young lady. Yes, grandmother told me. He went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan. Yes, it was an eerie place, sandwiched between the back of a prison and a burial ground. Ugh, not more talk of graves. Very often, there's no one willing to deal with bodies following autopsy work. So you see, they must make a lot of fucking money. Actually, now that I think about it. What is the salary of a coroner? Let's see, a coroner is... Oh, that's not even that much. Okay. Okay. Of someone who does autopsies. Autopsy reports. Forensic pathologists earn an average of $312,000 per year, while autopsy technicians and assistants typically earn between 40 and 60K. Right. Oh my. The median salary, according to forensic colleges, appears to be... Let's see. The 90th percentile seems to make $359,000 per year. Let's see. The median is about $220,000 per year. Interesting. Medical and diagnostic laboratories. Let's see. It looks like $400K a year. Scientific research and development services. $288K per year. Local government. $281,000 per year. Opposite positions. That's $272,000 per year. Right. Okay. It's quite a lot here, actually. You had to be accredited, of course. Take a ton of exams. Yeah. The cost, the salary seems nice, but I think what comes with this salary is obviously a ton of education, but also, oh my god, like your analysis is gonna be under so much scrutiny. It seems like literally under so much scrutiny that if you get it wrong, it reflects poorly upon you. Oh my god. But it looks extremely lucrative. This looks interesting. That seems cool. Wow. Anyway. So you see, autopsy labs have something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons. Not my cup of tea at all. Do you remember the Scottish prison governor? Caden, his name was. He was a good man. Yes, but then of course, in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case when Genshin was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders. I simply couldn't believe it. I'd known the man for years. I was a witness at the secret hearing, and I tried to speak in his defense, but you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you? Well, suffice to say that after that trial, we were sent back to Japan. Oh my god. Speaking in his defense, and faced charges. Oh my god. There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. He was a lost cause, sadly. Yeah. Me and Lunar reactions got into the game. Well, if you'll excuse us now. Yes, I'd like to get this trunk up to my room as soon as possible. Thanks, Lunar Bloom. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long. I'll call for the porter then. Just you right here. Susato-san's got off at a run. I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow. Yes, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck. Naruhado, I hope you'll keep an eye on Susato for me. Keep looking after her as you obviously have been. I mean, yeah, like, but you're gonna die. Don't utter those. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Don't say that to me. You're gonna die. You're dead. Sorry. Good. GG's. You're already dead. Don't say that shit to me. Oh, no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me. Well, I do appreciate you being there for her. After all, I've been a miserable father to her. I've thoroughly let her down. I'm not gonna lie, like, doesn't that kind of suck? Doesn't that kind of suck? Parenting is interesting because you obviously never want to set your kid up for failure or whatever, right? But what does kind of suck is this idea that you have a circumstance that's so large and above them, right? That you really can't have them be involved in, that you just have to sit there and be a fucking liar. You know what I mean? And you have to like displace trust because you don't like want to involve them in such matters. And so like, it was like a reasonable and logical choice, but at the same time, like, damn, lying to my own kid? Damn. Keeping secrets? Like, big secrets away from them? I don't know. Sorry? What do you mean? Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. Yeah, and you left her. The very year Susato was born. Yeah. Yeah, I heard. The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life, but... well, sadly, it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too. You could've just not had sex and until you got your, like, accreditation and then came back after the fact and then did that. You could have waited. You could have waited. He could have waited. He could have waited. Oh yeah, Susato-san hinted at something like that. Ugh. It was a rather turbulent time at home. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Sushiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain. I was too worried about you to leave you behind. So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London. So, that's what happened in a nutshell. And that's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare. Let me see something. Oh, the mother passing away. Right, okay, so the mother didn't survive childbirth. A very common occurrence, actually. Especially this next 100 years past this point in this game's timeline, like story or whatever, and real life, it was like a huge advancement for maternity care. But yeah, like the survivorship rates for mothers having babies was not, it was not looking very good. Though the world does not readily afford young women to such things, I must say. I completely understand, Professor. One more thing, Naruhado. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask you. Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you? Well, the thing is, sorry that took so long. Why do you look so familiar? Miss Susato. Now then, allow us to take your bags. Allow me to take your bags. One moment, if you please, Porter. Oh, of course, sir. That machine around your neck. It's a camera, I believe. Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely photograph to commemorate such a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir. He was a witness or jury member in a past case. Oh, okay. Well, I think given the occasion, we should justify the expense. Ah, yes, of course. I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo. It really made Father happy. Very happy, I think. Oh, well, I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted before. Professor Mikitoba was about to ask me something. Shall we return to Baker Street then? I expect Iris will have some delicious tea waiting for us. Right, a favor that I didn't get the last bit of information for, and a thank you for taking care of my daughter. That bodes very well. I've got some things to ask him about too, because who's this Wilson? I'm getting more and more anxious about Kazuma though. Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongheart later and ask after him. Yeah, I need to talk to him. Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. I supplemented your original with the figures you asked for from the yard. I see. Excellent work. Thank you. You're welcome, my lord. What's Lord Van Zeeks doing here? And why is he gay standing? Why is he like, wait, why? Look at him, look at him gas stands. Like... Me, but that's look, that's my back sprite. That's my back sprite in Pokemon. When I'm looking at the other trainer about to sit it out, that's how I stand. Anyway, this place is stifling enough as it is. We really don't need any more tension. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress made you all but invisible to me. Oh, no, it's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure. From now on, you must dress in white from head to toe whenever you come here. Now then, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, my lord, I'm right here. Are you mad at me? Ugh, kill me now. Is something wrong? Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you. Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I never experienced a room at such a perfect temperature. If you're sure, the beads of sweat carving their way down your face seem to suggest otherwise. Because of the daggers you're staring me at with, mainly. As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow. In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam. Oh, yes, that's right, my lord. He's extremely honored to have been invited. I feel like he's gonna fucking kill me. Is that bad? Is that bad? Oh, I feel like Alvin Cheese right now. I don't know. It's like, there's a distinct lack of, I don't know. There's a distinct lack of somebody. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting room in your capable hands then, Lord Van Zeeks. I will attend at once. What was that look? What was that look? Why do you hit me with the two? You hit me with the... Why do you hit me with the fucking like... I know, but I haven't done anything, have I? You need to do the first game. Well, that's too bad. These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in a spectacular faction. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service? Mr. Naruhado, he's talking about Dr. Scythe. Oh, of course. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just, fear not. You've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's own wrongdoing precipitated the situation. You needn't concern yourself with it any further. That would be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me. Lord Fancy is doing an admirable job of holding the fort. Though, disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since yesterday. Oh, missing? What's become of Kazuma-sama now? Oh my god, I feel so... Am I just immersed or something? Or I just feel terrible. I feel awful. Do you feel that too? What disgusting tension. Oh god. Sorry. So, what's going on with this Forensic Science Symposium? Not long ago, visitor numbers to the Great Expedition exceeded 30 million. 30 million? Are there even that many people in the world? As comparison, Mr. Naruhado, the population of the imperial capital of Tokyo is 2 million. I will be opening the International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition main auditorium. The event has been 2 years in the making. 2 years of preparations and negotiations with other countries. It sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations. The 20th century will see the wholesale adoption of forensic investigation techniques, and the cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential. Which is why this landmark first symposium had to be hosted here at the heart of our great British Empire. In order that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organization in the New World. He's the same as other, I see. That passion of his is quite something. You're every bit as passionate in your own way, I'm sure, Mr. Naruhado. I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about a future that embraces forensic science. It was my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with. With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown investigation department, forensic investigation department. And can you not do that now? Obviously, nobody wants to hear anything about it at the moment. Even I can't keep this story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. This incident will set back our country's advancement in the field by a good 10 years! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Oh, I feel so bad! Should I feel bad? I feel bad! That's... no! Oh, I feel so bad! Ooh! I feel not good about this. It's her fault. I know it's her fault. No, but it wasn't like... okay, stop. Okay, stop. It wasn't like... okay. I feel like the whole thing that he's been working so fucking hard to do for the past 10 years, right? I really had nothing to do with that case. Or it's like so loosely tied to the case directly that the fact that I unearthed that bullshit at one of the most important moments of our country's time, right? Right before things were about to get in order, right? And I brought this shit up and kind of like set it back a tremendous amount. I would be a little mad. I would be a little mad, right? You know what I mean? Like, it would be different if she was doing this with a bunch of different cases, but it was just kind of like two, over the past 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I know that's like too many, but still, like, ugh, I feel awful. That sucks. That sucks. Ugh, this is terrible. I feel real awful. Oh my god. I mean, isn't it entirely reasonable to get my ass beat? Right? Isn't it entirely reasonable for you to get my ass beat? Not even just that too. Not even just that too. No. Not even just that too. It's not even just that. It's everything I just said, and I don't even fucking live here. Oh my! I don't even live here, dude. I don't even live here. I don't even live here. Isn't that funny? I don't even live here. I'm not even really. I'm not even supposed to be here. No, I know. Like what? To be honest, Odie Asman was an ass to her. So killing him to me was like, no, yeah, killing him was fine. Like, you know, I don't know. Oh, I barely even want to press A. I barely even want to press A. I'll press A. Unintended repercussions of our trial. We simply could not have overlooked what had happened, though. Of course not. We should all be grateful to you both. Oh my god! Oh my god! Anyway, I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General. This might delay my plans, but it won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way. But I did. This is so cringy. Actually, oh god, this feels so bad. I'm like sweating. About Lord Van Ziek's apprentice. Ah, yes, that came as a surprise to me, I must say. That you and he are old friends. How did you become an apprentice to Lord Van Ziek in the first place? It came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police. They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel. Oh my. So he stowed away to get here. Drebber had his life ruined because of other people's bullshit. Even if he did almost do it to Albert, at least he didn't actually kill anyone, like Olive. He may have had a future still. Fair. Which one's Drebber? The white-haired guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, yeah. Luocha, yeah. I think the smartest thing Scotland Yard can do is hire both Scythe and Drebber to work for them as part of their sentence. That's actually not a bad idea. He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia too. Other than the fact that he was clearly of Eastern descent, there were no other clues as to who he was. Why waste brilliant minds? I feel like that shows up so many times in media. So I decided to assign him to Lord Van Ziek's. That way I could keep an eye on him. But then why the mask? I didn't want to burden Lord Van Ziek's with tiresome explanations as to why he had an Eastern apprentice. Because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask. He's proving to be a great help to Lord Van Ziek's. I have high hopes for his future. By the way, do you know where he's gone? No idea, but I believe he's left London for the time being. Oh, I take it you also didn't know that the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals, I mean. Genshin Asogi. Whew. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out one of my friend's fathers was... Yes. Genshin Asogi. The Professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain. There were such awful murders, and unprecedented, using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon. And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited here to study by the government. So the true identity of the killer couldn't be made public then, and it can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him. Neither do the citizens of London. The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time, I understand. Correct. However, it had to be noted that there were some supporters of the Professor's apparent case. What? Supporters of mass murder? The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole. Or so a fair few thinkers in London believed anyway. Right, I see. But it was still murder, wasn't it? It seems very similar, doesn't it? So then why would he... The man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy... Sorry. Aristocracy of the day. So, so does that mean Lord Van Zieks' brother was... I need motives. To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey. Him just standing here is... The game tells you that the Van Zieks are basically nobles. Let's see. Aristocracy. It wasn't a... No, I know that, but like, why would they be targeted, though? I suppose we just Sabbath start murdering first. No! No, stop. I'm not... One more time. It's not crusty. Hold on. Aristocrat. C. Oh, I'm stupid. Oops. Maybe I'm stupid.
Aristocracy.
What the fuck? Aristocracy. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Aristocracy. Jesus.
Aristocracy.
I get it. Okay, I get it. What in the world is this? Ue? What was that? It's like drilling? What is that? A man screaming in the most unflattering way. Do you think it could have Mr. Shalms? Oh, I hope. Who the fuck are the... I don't do it anymore. Mon ami. Stop this disgraceful display. Who are these people? Look at their hair. It's bright red. Bright red hair. Does that remind me of anything? I can't think of anyone with red hair. I think there must be clients of Mr. Sholmes. Right, you two. You're coming with me. Down to the clink. No, not in prison. It's dark and damp, and I don't like it. Boof! The darkness, it's my friend. I am not scared. But you are always scared of the dark. Shut your mouth, you idiot. I will sit quietly in the dark and plan our next daring heist. I don't like this. I don't like it. Well, tough. We'll finish this down at the yard. Now get moving. Bye then, Jenny. Have fun. Oh yeah, thanks, Iris. And thanks, you great detective. Oh, Gina makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she? Oh, Susie. And Bruno. Hello, Iris. We're home. Well, did you find your daddy? Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friend. Oh, well, that's great news. I hope I'll get to see my daddy again soon. Ah, yes, of course. Dr. John H. Wilson. So, Iris, all that remains now is the greatest of problems known to man. But before we concern ourselves with that, I believe some tea is in order. Don't you, my fella? What the fuck is this? Oh my, that's gotta go. Is something wrong with Sonora Hato? Do I have a crumb or such like on my face? Not so much on your face. It looks like you're about to send out a fucking fire type. Oh, you look like that Jim. What's his name? Chili? It looks like you're about to send out fucking Semi-Seer. Jesus Christ. Come along then, everyone. I brewed a lovely special blend. Time for tea. K-pop boy group idols. Whatever is going on here today. In that case, let us sit and drink now. For I am, in fact, expecting a guest later today. Mr. Sholmes, who were those two gentlemen that were here before? Oh, just a pair of petty criminals. Nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow. And when the mood takes me, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to all manners of infractions. When the mood takes you, all manner of infractions. But when such fellows set their sights on Mr. Herlock Sholmes, well, that's when their luck runs out. Oh my, you're a target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes? But I quickly devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them to our young detective ally. You should have asked Gregsy to come too. We could have had an arresting tea party. I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming. The man is consummately in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a word for it, I'm sure. Ah, I have it. A bungler, that's the word. It's a good job he's not here to hear you say that. So those redheads have been up to no good. I wonder what the men did. What was that about the greatest problems known to man that you mentioned before? Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes? How should I best explain it? Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance? Well, I've heard talk of it somewhere. Possibly. It's a revolutionary scientific theory that was newly proposed 40 years ago now. According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops. Wait, what? We were apes? Indeed. And from the very moment those apes descended from the canopy to live as humans, it has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man. Our lot? What is the greatest problem? Is it surviving? Socializing? Why, is it not obvious, my dear madam? The problem of rent. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? I know that's right. Ha. But did you not receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Tuspel's only the other day? Pshaw, a large sum. 1 potted herb for Iris and a new motor car for me later. And all of it has quite disappeared, I assure you. Honestly, Harley, you know you squandered it. Yes, well, anyway, 2 days ago, I discovered the answer to man's greatest problem for the coming month at least. And what was the answer? Why, there was a substantial clue before your very eyes. Don't tell me. Let me see. Are you gonna change identities? Humans are sorry creatures, unable to see what's in front of their noses. Let me give you some assistance. Don't look, but observe me very closely. There's one particular feature about my person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think. In the end? It's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very beginning of our conversation. I think we might need another clue before we uncover the full answer, Mr. Naruhodo. Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out if this charade goes on much longer. What a cute fucking room. Oh my god. Is this a girly pop? Like, look at her potion. What is this? Elixir? I would drink it. Her ether? Right. Hela! Mr. Sholmes, isn't it about time you told us the truth? Just over a week ago, you said to us, I will now tell you something of the first importance. Okay, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. That case aboard the SS Buria in January, Cosmo wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead at the time. So what's really going on? The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he had to regain consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril. Of course, a side effect of the prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you well know. It was a simple task, enough to silence the crew. But how? After they carried him out of the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. Then I made them swear to leave him unconscious and have him unlaid the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse. Why the fuck would you do that? Oh, how horrible. It was necessary to find some material with which to persuade the crewmen to keep the word, of course. But why? Why do it in the first place? I will be at liberty to elaborate in due course. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you, I didn't foresee subsequent events. What events? His disappearance in Hong Kong. Oh! I believe I may have made a gross error of judgment. Mr. Sholmes. Okay, so what do I do now? Oh my god, nobody wants to talk to me anymore. And I have nothing to present, so what am I doing? Are you sure we've asked everything we need to? I guess I haven't. Oh, there's a newspaper there. What is that article circled in red ink? An advertising column. It says, to the Red-Headed League. The Red-Headed League? What is that? I don't know. I haven't heard it before, but... Is something on my face? Clearly, this has something to do with that lively hair. Court record? What do you mean court record? There's no court. The Red-Headed League, one of the most... All redheaded men who are sound in body and mind above the age of 21 are eligible. Apply in person the morning of the 31st. Get $4 per week if you're a redhead. Okay. I already examined the mask. It looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes. To the Red-Headed League, Does that strike you in some way? I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair. So, at last, you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Naruto. Sorry? In the first instance, and quite indispensable observation, believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut. That's like $600 a week today? Oh my god. Allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits. Regale or boast? So what's with the Red-Headed League? Which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you circled. You notice it in the paper then. That, my dear fellow, is going to be the source of this month's rent. It was? How? According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellow unspecified governments. Okay. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair. That doesn't entirely surprise me. But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. A salary of £4 a week. Oh my, £4 a week. But why? What are they paying people for? That I do not know. No details are being given in the advertisement. But surely every redheaded person in the country would be flocking to join in that case. You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once. So will I. I will just in the off chance. That may be stretching to a point, I think. The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see. Oh, I see. So a certain number of people have joined. No one else can. But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away. It wasn't feeling particularly lucky for the red-headed person in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes. So you decided to try and join in his place? Correct. I mean, look at me. Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow? No. So why? Why did it have to go so wrong? What? What on earth happened? A blunder, Mr. Naruto. Though it pains me to admit. What did you accidentally do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes? I'm so glad you asked, Mr. Sato. What you see atop my head is neither dyed nor a hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight by the wonders of chemistry. Chemistry? I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves. And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one hair into a flame-like red. Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson. I think I'll pass. But Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it? Amateurs will always be hampered by such fears. Oh, I should have never bowed to you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say? But of course. My booty hole has red hair on it. That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely. Anyway, Hurley looked full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lion Street, where the Red-Headed League was interviewing prospective members. So what went wrong? Booty hole magic. The whole park was choked with red-headed folk like a coaster's orange burrow. I queued for 8 hours solid before, at last, I reached the front. But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation? Oh. So naturally, I had no choice but to reply, shh, don't give me away. After which, I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning, when I looked into the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair into the police. Oh dear, what a disaster for Hurley and those two redheads. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. There's my guest now, my latest client, with money to spend. Oh, I hope it's an exciting case, Hurley. Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating, save locating a runaway, of course. Don't spare anyone's feeling, will you? Oh dear, I'm afraid that Hurley can lack a little tact. Especially just before Red is due. Oh! It's her! Oh my god! Miss Batty Chain? Mr. Sholmes, please, oh please. Please find my husband. He's run away. To upset me? I beg your pardon? Never mind. A personal matter. My apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo? I didn't say anything. Come, my dear madam. Be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please. Of course. What's the matter, Mr. Sato? Oh, it's that gentlewoman. I feel like we've seen her somewhere before. Very recently. Yes, now that you come to mention it. Evie. That's a beautiful name, actually. As I explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil. Evie Vigil. Evie Vigil. I implore you to take this case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure. Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam. Being offered a case to solve is reward enough. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence. I will, of course, make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you will remember your words also. If I may inquire, sir. This gentleman and lady would be... Oh, me? What I'm about to tell you, I should like to communicate in the strictest of confidence, you understand. These are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair. Anything which you must say to me. Ah, I see. I can vouch for the gentleman, personally. After all, he's hard of hearing. Why did I ever get my hopes up? Hello, Miss Vigil. Forgive me for asking, Miss Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps? Oh my. Pshaw, my dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite a lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion. Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week? Ah, I knew I recognized her. To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it shivers down my spine. I didn't quite recognize her because she was acting so differently now. It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer. Being hard of hearing, I mean. Pardon? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was frippery, really, nothing more. Now look at what you started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much. I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner. Yes. Tell us about your husband, madam. Mr. Vigil. Mr. Vigil. My Dally is 40 years of age. I have a photograph here. Oh, he's cute. An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married? It will be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live comfortably. As it would appear, I need only look at you to know these things. Oh gosh. Your dress is of the latest style, your hat is clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct? That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty. He rather dotes on me. Which would point to the possibility that he's become embroiled in some incident or other. Oh, he doesn't have... okay. Oh, that's exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he has incurred some miscreant's ill will? What exactly is your husband's line of work? He's a warder at the prison. A guard? That's somewhat unusual. So, your husband is a prison warder. That's right, yes. Well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder? Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation. Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they are carried out. Dreadful punishment? Does she mean capital punishments? And at such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory. But for that extra possibility, he is remunerated? Sorry, more handsomely than other rewarders. Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to other neighbors. Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged? Barclay Prison, Mr. Sholmes. Really? Barclay? Oh, a fine establishment. If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it. Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery. Oh, that's not good. No. Lowgate Cemetery? The very place we were discussing in court. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, my dear fellow. And yet, undeniable. Sorry, Mr. Sholmes. I'm afraid you've lost me. Pay no heed, madam. Pay no heed. A private matter. This really can't be a coincidence, can it? So, to the matter of your husband's disappearance, when did you realize he was missing? Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday. I'm sorry, yesterday? That is really recent. Laughably so. The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away for his work. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him not to return at home at night, but this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day, that is certainly never have happened before. Oh, my dear Daly. What could have happened? My dear Miss Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted police? Why, naturally, but sadly, they refuse to listen to my pleas as my husband has only been missing for a day. I was asked to wait patiently at home. In truth, Miss Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my deductive powers to track your husband down anyway. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. And furthermore, let me assure you, a chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it. You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay you any sum you care to mention. You seek only to put this sweet rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it. Okay, I'm probably gonna stop it at this. Thank you for everything you've shared with us, Miss Vigil. I believe we have all the information we need to start my investigation. Oh, please report to me as soon with good news, sir. Fear not, madam. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm sure. So soon. Oh, how splendid, Mr. Sholmes. Good news should be delivered early, I must say. If you would be so kind as to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession. Thank you. Thank you. Now, allow me to show you the door. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've been simply marvelous. She has a fantastic design. You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come up with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two. Are you sure? I can't be sure, of course. But then, I didn't swear on it. I really gave the woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Don't look at me with those pleading eyes. Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case? Yes. My hearing is surprisingly good, actually. Excellent. And what did you make of it? I still think, like, the whole thing about having your ears unclosed, it still bothers me, because when I do unclose my ears and actually just listen to everything, I hear everything. I hear my computer, I hear my own voice. I hear cars going outside. I hear the acoustics of my voice. I hear a bird for some reason. Everything just seems like so much louder. It's like overstimulating. What does that even mean? Okay, so like, you know how you go in an airplane? If you ever flown before and your ears like they close up, right? With the pressure. I'm like that all the time. And you might think that this sounds like muffled or whatever, but I just kind of I've always done it. Like I've done it ever since I was like a kid. And if I really need to like hear something, I guess I sometimes like undo it. But then I was thinking, like, do other people do that too? And the reason I did it was because I just thought that everything was just too fucking loud, right? But I also kind of thought that my hearing was not the greatest. It wasn't bad, but I thought it wasn't the greatest. So maybe my actual hearing is my ears unpopped, and I just have to get used to how fucking loud everything is. How do you get them into that state? I do that. I like breathe in, and if I need to unpop them, there's like muscles in my ears that I'm able to control. Can you guys do that too? It's like that. Can you? I mean, you didn't hear it, but can you? Is it you? Apparently, I was looking at it. Apparently, it's a thing that some people can do and some people can't. Yeah, it's weird. I can like open them up, or then I can close them. So I usually just keep them closed, which makes me, which is weird to me because I'm like, is the world this loud all the time? How do people go to concerts? How do people listen to live music? How do people do these things without breaking their ears? With earplugs. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, isn't this damaging? I told you that one of my friends went to a Death Grips concert. My friend went to a Death Grips concert. Oh my fucking God. Live. And was positioned near one of the speakers and lost hearing in one of his ears. Let's pick a song. Let's pick a Death Grip song. Let's pick another one. Okay, so they went to a Death Grips concert live in front of a speaker. Okay, and they lost hearing one of their ears. Huh. Now, why would that be? Huh. I told him too, because he used to put that shit on whenever we went to Smash tournaments or whatever. He used to like put that shit on in the car, and it was so funny. I had to sit there in the car. No, I had to sit there, and it was so bad. Because I'm nice, you know. I'm not gonna like shit on it. Like, I'm just gonna be like, oh, it's. I like the V. Like, hold on, wait, it's kind of good. Like, hold on. Oh my God, it's. I can really hear the bass. She's really good. So anyway, no, it's so funny. I told her that I was like, don't fucking. And he lost hearing in his ears. Anyway, all that to say is that the ears are really sensitive. And I can't believe how loud the world is. If your ears are unpopped like that. How do you guys not get overstimulated with everything? Because I got a headache when I like tried to go like some amount of time with my ears unplugged. I got a headache. I was like, this is awful. You hear everything. Is this what like noise pollution is? Is that what causes such like awful quality of life in people? Is that what people are hearing? Is that what's going on at all times with people that live like in really noisy places? Wait a minute. Is that what that is? Oh, noise pollution. Let's see. The propagation of noise or sound with potentially harmful effects on humans and animals. The main sources of outdoor noise worldwide are machines, transportation, and propagation systems. Poor urban planning may give rise to noise pollution. Side-by-side industrial and residential zones can result in noise pollution in residential areas. Some of the main sources of noise in residential areas include loud music, transportation, lawn care maintenance, construction, electrical generators, wind turbines, explosions, and other human activity. Ooh, that sounds like shit. Documented problems with noise in urban environments go all the way back as to as far as ancient Rome. Research suggests that noise pollution in the United States is the highest in low-income and racial minority neighborhoods, and noise pollution associated with household electricity generators is an emerging environmental degradation in many developing nations. Interesting. Noise pollution, huh? Cool. That is something to look into. Noise pollution can have negative effects on adults and children on the autism spectrum. Those with on the autism spectrum, ASD, have hyperacusis, which is an abnormal sensitivity to sound. People with ASD who often experience hyperacusis may have unpleasant emotions such as fear and anxiety, and experience uncomfortable physical sensations and noisy environments with loud sounds. This is fascinating. Wow. I gotta look into this. This is cool. You always hear about like how music is such a good thing for you, right? Like listening to music and how wonderful it is, right? But I never like thought about like noise you don't want to hear, right? Interesting. Like Star Wars trailers. Ah, so you noted that. Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery. Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison. So, it was renowned among us students at the university for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts. Barclay Prison is where that notorious man was incarcerated, the professor. And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem. It's all very peculiar. Indeed. But nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruhodo. Me? Sorry. Run along to the prison and see what you can glean. Would you? It's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried. But aren't you going to go yourself? Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen out with this hair. But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair? That was quite a different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy. I'm gonna fucking die. Okay. Of course you are. Alright, well that's break time. Okay, so we will play. What are we gonna play? I'm gonna eat because I really want some naan. Oh, I want some naan. Yeah. Okay, so I need to go downstairs and get some naan, and I don't want to play Rivals. I don't think. Plan Arcadia. I do need to play one of these. I do need to play these Hoyo games. I do need to play these Hoyo games. I do need to play these Hoyo games. These events are ending soon. Yeah. It might be time for some Star Rail. No. Movie event. Star Rail. Movie event. Star Rail. Movie event. Overwatch. Death Grips. Be right back.